Indo-Pak water dispute. My topic, my paper divided into many parts, like origin of the Indo-Pak water dispute, Indus Water Treaty, and current disputes. Current dispute which is related to Batihar dam dispute, Buller Barrel, and Kishan Ganga electric project, which is already discussed by my previous speaker. Now I want to discuss my recommendation. We can solve these disputes. Firstly, solve them by negotiations, and basing the front institutional mechanism in the two countries is similar in many respects. It will be difficult to bring the relevant levels of administration to partner with their counterparts in the other countries. Then needs of approval, bilateral relations for water cooperation. Then the purely technical aspects of the water issue can be implemented by the focusing also on greater interaction and enhanced dialogue between the important stakeholders on the both sides, some of whom include former researchers, students of various water agriculture units.
Thank you. Okay, friends, we could not have discussion. Since we have many senior people sitting here, I would now open this house for discussion or some comments or observations. That would be for the benefit of the young scholars as well as we.
Good afternoon to all the colleagues present in the hall. The point, as I would say first was that Indo-Pakistan relationship, my understanding is that there is need to go beyond the Kashmir point, and there is no also go beyond what is called as a trade between the India and Pakistan. The political and the economic issues cannot become the only basis to resolve the conflicts or to establish good relationship in the future. I think this also need to, as said by Dr. Speaker, this is my request to the young scholars, we have to see, there's a need to understand this particularly very important issue with the topic from a broader context. I think the very basis of Indo-Pakistan relationship, there's a need to look into the role of the British, particularly in the whole process before the partition of the country. In 1947, there was the Kashmir issue. Kashmir issue came into 1948. 1947, there were many more issues. And those issues basically had discussed about the water issue was there. And the very basis of India-Pakistan, even see hypothetically, if the Kashmir issue is resolved, I don't think it's going to be resolved so easily. Do you think that India-Pakistan relations will be normalized? Personally, I think that as a student of political science, whatever little I know, these are not going to be basically smoother. Taking in view of that, so we have ignored, we have basically have not taken into consideration the role of the global forces, particularly the role of the United States of America after both countries got independence, the issue of the Cold War protest. As we have discussed, the most important thing was 1965, it was a win-win situation for both. But the central point here was 1971 war. In the 1971 war, I think still the wounds are quite fresh in the minds of people over there. And after that, particularly the role of the establishments, particularly the establishment of both the countries, we have not taken into account what should be the role of the political dispensations, the role of the governments, and what should be the role of the people, particularly the pressure from the below. I think the one paper, Hasibal from the Punjab University, he talked about that the role of the non-governmental, particularly an attempt from the people side. But we know that it's one step forward, two steps backward. Once people basically move forward, and some issues come up, and ultimately they take the back seat over there. So before basically having a broader understanding, there's need to look into are there basically who are managing the system. What are their perceptions? What are their interests? Why they are not allowing to have basically a normal political relationship or normal trade relationship? Summing up this argument over here, I just want to basically share with you my own personal experience in Pakistan in the last week of November. The 3 instances in a day. Firstly, everybody knows that once you go to Pakistan, we are invited. There's one university, private university, LUMS, Lahore University of Management Sciences. They have a seminar of India's election 2014. And they were very anxious to know about that. So what happened over there, because the phenomenon of the rise of a new party, the rise of this BJP, and particularly the rise of a particular person, and his views about the Pakistan and the neighboring countries. So instances which I want to basically put before you to see from your own perspective. The first one was our experience at a police station. You know that everybody who goes to Pakistan or any Pakistani comes to India, so firstly he or she is to get registered with the police station, and within 24 hours, and to get an exit basically permit from the police station. Otherwise you can't leave from that country. We have 3 persons who went over there. It was a highly protected police station in a very high profile security zone in the cantonment area. Then we were searched over there twice, thrice. All our belongings were kept outside that entrance gate of the police station. Once we went inside the police station, we saw that a very cordial, very welcome basically attitude of the police person sitting over there. The in charge of that police station was a DSP officer. So when we sat over there, many more people were there. The first question he said that, आप हिंदुस्तान से आए हैं? मैं कहा जी सर. आप चंडीगढ़ से आए हैं? मैं कहा नहीं जी मैं अमृतसर से. अमृतसर से आए हैं? शरीफपुरे का क्या हाल है? मैं कहा जी ठीक है. लाहौरी गेट का क्या हाल है? ठीक है. He was just 40 years old. मैं बताऊँ आपको, मेरी माँ शरीफपुरे की थी और मेरा बाप लाहौरी गेट का था. और हम भी उस एरिया को भी याद करते हैं, लोगों को याद करते हैं. चलो उसके बाद से चाय पानी पिलाया एंड वेंट आउट. While we were coming out from that room, a Qadri, a big businessman, a big landlord, basically who had that peace movement, he was advocate of the peace movement. He was allowed to enter into the police station. गाड़ी में अंदर आ गया. We were just moving out. उसने गाड़ी खड़े होने से पहले रोकी. सरदार जी रुकिए रुकिए रुकिए. पुलिस स्टेशन के बीच में ये मजमा शुरू हो गया. आके उसने ऐसे पकड़ लिया. कहाँ आए, कैसे आए, इन्होंने आपके साथ ठीक बर्ताव किया? मैं जी ठीक किया. तो उसको बोला यार हमारी फोटो उतारो. तो वो अठाड़े में मजमा लग गया, क्योंकि हाई प्रोफाइल पुलिस स्टेशन था. तो उसके बाद और पुलिसमैन आ गए. So they could not say no to that Qadri because he was a renowned person. He was a landlord from a village Lalyani on Lahore Kasoor Road. तो उसके बाद 10-15 मिनट उसने हमको घेरा रखा, उसके साथ रखा. पुलिस वाले आ गए. तो उसके बाद हमको बाहर छोड़ के आया. क्या हो, इन्होंने कभी आपके साथ कोई ऐसी चीज तो नहीं की है? The third most important, there are 3 generation people we met over there. सबसे बड़ी जो उस दिन की घटना है वो ये है कि we are on the way from police station to LUMS. On the way we saw कि बहुत अच्छे अमरूद एक रेडी में बिक रहे हैं. सो हम वहाँ रुके, रेडी वाले के पास गए. तो हमने उसको बोला भाई ये अमरूद हमने लेने. कहता जी ले लो, 120 रुपए किलो. वो शायद इतने बड़े अमरूद हमने देखे नहीं. ठीक है, हम अमरूद खरीद रहे थे, उसको पैसे दे रहे थे. By that time, a student who was a student of FC College Lahore, just 18 years old, आया, उसको बोला इनसे पैसे नहीं लेने, हमारे मेहमान हैं. We tried our level best कि भाई हम कमाते हैं, हम टीचर हैं. ये कहना ऐसे हो नहीं सकता. मैं कहा आप जानते हो हमको? हाँ हम पड़ोस से आए हैं. आपको किधर आया है? कोई नहीं है. फिर क्या हुआ? मेहमान तो है वहाँ पे, और बहुत मुश्किल से हमने उसको पैसे दिए. तो ये 3 instances थे जो हमने देखे involving 3 generations of the Pakistani. This type of a response, I think we must find out a way out when we talk about India-Pakistan relations की बात करते हैं, और उसको इस तरीके से अगर लेके चलेंगे definitely, otherwise the problem will remain the same. सेमिनार तो चलते रहेंगे, होते रहेंगे. Thank you very much.
Thank you. one thing I could observe from today's conference that whenever we talk about Indo-Pak relations, somehow we are trying to relate India and Pakistan, and then we come to Kashmir, and Kashmir, then Pakistan. I could not find any paper on this very particular Jammu and Kashmir and that portion of Jammu and Kashmir which is being occupied by Pakistan. So if you want to talk about people and people, why you do like this, that this part of whole Kashmir and then directly to Pakistan? Because our part is being here, if we have that very particular connection, whether it is economic, cultural or personal, that would be very fine. And that one very particular argument, and you have also mentioned about that people exchange, cultural exchange, exchange of artists and all these. This is very fine. Until and unless it is not going to hamper any objective of the political hardliners. I have observed, I have seen one interaction with Arnab Goswami on the TV, that hardliner from Pakistan said when he talked about people to people and this music exchange, कि वहाँ से मरासियों को बुला लिया, यहाँ से मरासियों को बुला लिया, तो वो नहीं हो जाते, समझौते नहीं हो जाते, वहाँ जो है political structure को भी आपको देखना पड़ेगा. So with these words, I thank you very much. Once again, I am sorry for the presenter that I kept you pushing to finish it, but it was my majburi. Thank you very much.
And friends, finally we have come to this valedictory session of this two-day seminar. We have been having a long, extensive discussions on a range of issues on Indo-Pak relations. And in this session, we are here, and we have with us Dr. Jagrup Singh Sekhon. Dr. Jagrup Singh Sekhon, Professor and Head, Department of Political Science, he will be presiding over this session. So I request Dr. Jagrup Singh Sekhon to come again to this platform. Dr. Jagrup Singh Sekhon. Now I request Dr. Govinda Singh Tiwana, Director, Center for Southwest Asia Studies, Pakistan and Afghanistan, to please come and join us on this. Now I request Neha, a research scholar, to give a floral welcome to I request Manpreet Kaur. Now I request Dr. R.K. Mahajan to please present a
Southwest Asia Study organized two-day national seminar on the topic Indo-Pak relations, peace and development in the South Asia. Scholars of various disciplines and from the different parts of India participated in it. 40 papers were presented on the various aspects of Indo-Pak relations. The inaugural address was developed by Professor Mahendra P. Lama, Professor of South Asian Economies of JNU. He set the tone of the seminar by saying that the India-Pakistan relations have literally and symbolically become a snake and ladder game, whereas its dice has all sides written one. Whenever we hope for a progress, the result becomes square one only. He highlighted three crucial aspects of India-Pakistan that could bring about transformation and far-reaching developments. These are trade and local integration, energy security, and environment security. He saw a ray of hope in the younger generation to understand and solve these sticky problems. This younger generation would remain well informed and detailed and carry the entire gamut of knowledge, system, and social practices of this region, ranging from economic economics to political system, cultural heritage to historical underpinnings, and technology to the trade to the national discourse. He said that the younger generation must be trained by the universities and institutions, and Punjabi University can play a very vital role and critical role in the same. First technical session was chaired by Professor R.K. Sharma, and the co-chair of the session was Dr. Sanjeev Kumar. 7 papers were presented in this session. Professor K. Sidhu presented paper on changing security trends between India and Pakistan. He said that the South Asia as a sub-region is India-centric. He perceived security, peace and development is shifting from traditional threats to new threats, that is terrorism, population, poverty, environmental challenges, etc. He concluded by saying that the interplay of socio-religious and socio-cultural issues have lesser value than the relations between countries of South Asia and particularly between India and Pakistan. Professor Rajinder Kumar presented his paper on sustainable development and environment in India and Pakistan. He emphasized that an increase in average global temperature would induce a number of natural changes with significant effects on population. He pointed out that there is a need to train a careful policy and institutional framework to safeguard the common property resources for promoting sustainable development. Professor Sujit Lee presented his paper on role of cultural tradition in peace and development. He concluded that the cultural exchange between the people of India and Pakistan must be promoted as people of both the countries have common linkages and strengths to share with each other, and the objective of peace and development may be achieved. Professor Sujeet Lahiri resurrects an historical narrative and historiography of Indo-Pak relations. He called for building trust, confidence, belief and faith between two subcontinental rivals. Professor Anupama Vora presented the paper on the background of partition of India by showing film clips, Kya Delhi, Kya Lahore. She analyzed the refugee and border issues and suggests people-to-people context as the mandatory precondition for peace building in the region. Mr. Manoj Kumar presented his paper on trade and economic relations between India and Pakistan. The paper examines the role of bilateral trade, economic ties, trade intensity, most favored nation clause between India and Pakistan. The session was concluded with the comments and suggestions of the chairperson and co-chairperson. The second session was chaired by Professor Rajinder Kumar, co-chaired by Professor Philendra Sudan, and co-chair was Dr. Baldev Singh Negi. 8 papers were presented in this session. Professor Jasbir in his paper analyzed the Indus Water Treaty between India and Pakistan. This issue must be resolved intelligently. Mr. Manpreet Kaur talked about various type of aspects of the trade relations between the two countries. She discussed the composition of trade. Ms. Shweta Garg discussed in detail the role of trade between India and Pakistan. Ravinder Ghosh's paper investigated the prospects of challenges for increasing trade between India and Pakistan. She concluded that Pakistan is an important market for India. Ms. Prabjot Kaur and Mr. Naresh Kumar discussed economic relations and agricultural trade between India and Pakistan. They highlighted that there is huge trade potential between these two countries. There is need for upgradation of infrastructure facilities on both sides. Third technical session was chaired by Dr. S.S. Jalan, co-chaired by Dr. Anupama, and Dr. Manoj Garg acted as the co-chair. 10 papers were presented in this session. Now, the paper presenters, first 2 paper presenters in this session emphasized on the disturbance created by the Pakistan to harm the integrity of India. Kashmir issue was given prime importance, as Mr. Sekhon has already said that this particular session was Kashmir centric. A paper presented also took into consideration the role of China's economic growth in Indo-Pak conflicts. Dr. Akhtar discussed the sentiments of Kashmiri people. She emphasized on the hurt feelings of people. She held that issues must be resolved by continuing dialogue and not gun. Mr. Ashok Kumar expressed the concern on the conflict of Indo-Pak relations. He stated that narrow-patism or narrow-patics is influencing the government policies. He also discussed in detail the routes of drug transport that is spread across the country. Some of the paper presented highlighted the cause of conflict of India-Pakistan because of the conflict in the Afghanistan also. The fourth and the last technical session was chaired by Professor Jasveer Singh, co-chaired by Professor Anu Sharma, and the tutor was Dr. Parmjit Singh. 12 papers were presented in this session. Now in technical session fourth, what we find that most of the papers, they took into consideration the Indo-Pak trade relations. They were talking about Indo-Pak relations with a broader eye on economic relations. There are some papers which are discussing the cultural and intellectual role in the Indo-Pak relations also. Now, in the comments given by Professor Sekhon, I think he wanted to say that when we see in the seminar, most of the paper presenters, they also behave like the establishment of the two countries. Rather than no paper presenter has actually discussed any paper on the basis of the people point of view. But the people of these two regions actually take into consideration how this peace and you can say peace and prosperity of these two nations can be there, because the people to people relations are very cordial and friendly and warm also, and therefore there should be some pressure from the people side so that the Indo-Pak relation should be very good. So this was the report which was of these two particular days. Thank you very much.
So we have with us Professor Sekhon as president of this session. He is a very senior teacher in the Guru Nanak Dev University. He did a lot of research work on border farmers and the organizations who are active for the cause of farmers on the borders of Pakistan. He has first-hand experience on that area. He did earlier work with very senior political scientist, Professor Harish Pipuri. I think all know about the work done by that. So presently he is head of the political science department and teacher of political science involved in many research activities. So we have with us Professor Praveen Kumar Jha, who is presently head of the Center for Economic Studies and Planning in New Delhi. I think if you are watching serious discussions on the televisions, then see the face there at Rajya Sabha television and Lok Sabha television and many other channels. So he was Vice Visiting Fellow from 2002 to 2007 at Center for Tropical Marine Ecology.